Hola a todos, otra vez, Dorothea aquí over at Wanderlust, coming at you now with my third Spanish word vlog. Yay! A series that I started because I thought it would be fun to share with you the funny and slightly embarrassing context that I've learned some Spanish words from experience and just throwing myself in. And as always, I encourage you to do the same if that's what you're wanting to do, learn a language. It's the best way to learn, and it works. Unfortunately, sometimes it works. So I have another 3 examples for you today. It's gonna be some good stories here. The first word is hospedaje. This word means hotel, and if you're seeing it written down, it's usually on the side of a building, and it's obvious that it's a hotel establishment, and so there you go, you know what it is right there. But the first time I heard this word was spoken, and to my English-speaking ears, hospedaje sounded like it should mean hospital. Go figure, the word for hospital is actually hospital, which makes a lot more sense. But the first time I heard it, I didn't know that, and so I just assumed that it meant hospital. And what happened was I was at my friend's house in Peru, and she was busy doing something, and so the phone rang and I was there, so I picked it up, which instantly I was like, this is stupid, why am I answering the phone? I don't even speak Spanish. And it was a family friend, and I didn't understand what she said at all, but I could pick up that it was in the context of her mom. She was talking about my friend Andrea's mom, and I heard the word hospedaje. So I instantly kind of became panicked and ran over to get Andrea, and I was like, oh my gosh, Andrea, I think something's going on with your mom. You need to take this call. Like, I think she's in the hospital. And Andrea, of course, starts freaking out. And she's like, what are you talking about? Like, what? And of course she picks up the phone, she figures out that there's no emergency, and she just kind of gives me a hard time because she's like, Dot, come on, you should know this. And I'm like, no, I shouldn't know this because this isn't my language yet. But after that, I will never forget. Hospedaje is hotel, not hospital. The next example I have is the word majado or majada, which is the word for wet. Now, just gonna speak really candidly with you guys. First time I learned this word, it was in a sexual context. I'm not gonna expand on that, but like the words in English, there are some words that you only use in specific contexts, and I didn't know, because it had never been clarified to me, if this was one of those words. So I just assumed that it was. I just assumed, okay, you never use this word except in a sexual context. Come to find out, it's just the word for wet. You can use it in any context. So one day I was doing my laundry, I was hanging up my clothes to dry, or maybe I was checking on them, and I asked someone that was there, like, are my clothes still wet? And as soon as I said that, I was like, oh my gosh. Like, I didn't know if I had just said something really inappropriate or not. So I just kind of clenched myself for their reaction, and they looked at me like, yeah, they're still wet. And then I was like, oh, so I can say that. Like, that is okay, good to know. And finally, the last word I have for you, keeping on this semi-crude tangent that I'm going on here, is the word culo. Culo in South America, it means ass, and it's semi-vulgar. Like, they say it quite a lot, but it's really only in vulgar context. So when I got to Spain, and I was eating lunch one day, and the dad came home from a run, and he was kind of clenching his backside and saying, like, oh, me duele, mi culo, my butt hurts. I just kind of started chuckling under my breath, and I was like, he's talking about his ass, like, and I'm right here, like, this is kind of funny, kind of awkward. But I asked him, I was like, tu culo? Like, we're talking about the same thing, and he's like, yeah, my culo. And I quickly learned that culo in Spain is just much more common, much more easily used. It's kind of more like butt in English versus ass in English, depending, of course, on the country. So I'm interested to hear if you're from a different Spanish-speaking country, what the kind of context you would use culo in. So those are my 3 words for you guys today. It's kind of getting dark in here, so I should probably go now. But if you like this video, please feel free to comment down below with any feedback. I'm always curious to hear what you guys have to say. And as always, you can like it. You can follow me on rawwanderlust.com is my blog. And I'll see you next time. Adios.